Guys, I'm about to embark on what is definitely going to be the most ridiculous part of this greenhouse build. I'm going to attempt to put the plastic wrap on by myself. Wish me luck. Slight breeze in the air. Hopefully it's blowing the right way. Alright, so the goal is obviously no holes. Kind of lay this all out in order to get started. I did buy myself a nice hefty roll of hole repair tape. Hopefully we don't need it. We'll see. We'll see about that. Oh, what are these? Huh. Can I get extras of these? I wonder if I was going to put in purlins or something on the side. Huh. Who knows? So that's not today's project. There it is. The film I got is 40 feet by 30 feet, and it's a diffused film. But they sent me the clear repair tape. What? All right, I went with diffused, so direct light wasn't coming in like it will be that back window. Instead, it'll hit this, and it'll be like a nice, even shedding of light over everything. I mean, I'm not growing roses. I'm just starting seedlings for now with my wife. And so it's not gonna be that sensitive, but I like the idea of something covering everything, getting to every part of the plants, rather than direct sunlight. So first step is gonna be to lay this out. It's hard to say if this is gonna be 40 this way or 40 this way. I don't know. This is not a complaint, just an observation. I'm going from side to side, trying to figure out which is the 30-foot side, which is the 40-foot side. And then finally, I start looking to see which is the inside, which is the outside. So I find the text in the middle, and it says inside layer. I'm like, great. And then it says 40.03 feet wide, 39.9 feet long. So I appreciate the generosity. This is not a complaint, but it did make it a little tricky to find out which one was the wider side. What I do know though, is the text runs in a line, and you want that line to line up with your ridge pole, roughly on center there. So we're just gonna go with that. Long have we pondered what we would do with you, assuming we would cut you off. Now it is the day, finally. I only ask you do not drop your fiery metallic embers on my big exposed poly sheet. Pretty happy with that? Okay, so what if I do this? Right now, I've got the plastic laying like this, and the inside layer is on the bottom. So I just pick it up here, the closer side, and I pull it up straight over that way from front to back rather than side to side. What do you think? Too many sharp edges? I'm nervous. I think I might do side to side. Yeah. Okay, as you can see, I've got this all, wow, that's white. I've got this all laid out in one long tube here. I've rolled it over itself. Now I'm gonna drag it over to where we're gonna start on this side. So here we go. that is perfect, but the wind's coming right under here. You see how that tail shooting up? That's exactly what we want. We want the wind coming in like this, so we get that lift. We're more likely to get over the greenhouse without dragging. So that's perfect. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to kind of get it in like wrinkles so it's not all bunched on the far side. I want it to be like an accordion so that when I pull some of it, the next part is ready to go already. Call this ready to go wrinkles. Here we go. Where's that breeze? Stay with me, everybody. No rips, no holes. Woo!
It was becoming painfully evident at this point that this was going to be quite daunting to do by myself, but it seemed like it was going to be either extremely difficult or nearly impossible. Who should show up?
Get both sides on, just pull the middle over.
Yeah. You here to help? Excellent. Side note, my dad is pretty much my hero. There are many people I have learned from in my life, wonderful mentors, mostly just great men of God. I've learned many valuable things from other men too, who would not necessarily consider themselves to be the most righteous, covered by the blood of Christ, but still wonderful men and wonderful mentors. But atop them all is definitely my father. He's my hero. My goal in life is not to get the most done that I possibly can, certainly not to make the most money I possibly can. I think my epitaph, if I were going to have one, is to be a diligent Christ follower, and within that, the best father I can be and husband I can be. And then if I can reach other people's lives outside of that, which I believe Christ has called me to, then I want to do that as well. And when I look at my father, that's the kind of man he is.
What do I have left? Lots.
Wow! A little extra.
Good.
I think so. Thanks, Dad.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Alright guys, slight apology on my part. I had the camera pointed over here, like I'm sure you saw, and my dad actually showed up to help me at the most critical moment here when I was trying to get it just over this hip board to the center, and just to a point where it would stop sliding back down this side. And in my excitement that I had help, and just like sweet, we're gonna get it done, I didn't want to keep on going back, but wait, sorry, Dad, can I move the camera? We just went for it, and as you can see, it is on here. I got a lot left to do here, but got plenty down here on the front. Where's my finger pointing? How do those weather people do it? Plenty down here on the front, and we got plenty on the back side as well. About the same amount. It comes down just perfectly, and we haven't even tightened anything down yet. We'll have extra. Now on this side, man, I must have 10 extra feet. So I guess if you're doing a 20 by 12 greenhouse, the 40 goes the length of it, and the 30 is gonna go over the hump, the width of it. Because I got at least 10, 12, maybe even 15 feet here extra. But we're gonna go through on this side first, where we just have it just touching, and we're gonna put in our wiggle wire, and once we get this tightened up, we'll keep just pulling out the excess over that way and to the front and the back, and it's gonna look good. Oh, But before we start the wiggle wire process, let's see if we can find, here we go, okay. So when you're in the greenhouse, you should be able to read this. You got inside layer. That's what you want to see. You want to be able to read that from the inside of the greenhouse. If you're inside the greenhouse and it looks like Rael Edaisne, then you've probably done this all wrong and you need to flip it like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is called wiggle wire. And that's because you're gonna wiggle it into the channel lock here to get this locked down. So I'm just gonna get this in here. All right, first time wiggler here. All right, so you get this one corner in to get it started, and then you pop this up. A little bit tense, okay, that works. And down, okay, I see how this works. All right, that's great. Just wiggle our way along. Here we go. Wee-hoo. Here we go.
I know I'm going in fast motion here, but this side only took about 2 minutes altogether.
Okay, as I'm doing the hip board here, one thing I would do differently, I would do the hip board first. Because then you see these ripples here? I'm probably gonna have to take the wiggle wire out of the baseboard, and that's fine. But next time, if we ever do this again, and like on the other side, I'll do the hip board first, and then I'll actually be able to pull this taut at the bottom and wiggle the bottom board, the baseboard wiggle wire in. Whereas here, it's difficult to kind of get this to wiggle up. You know, obviously wiggle wire's in now, but hopefully you see what I'm saying. All right, so to get the tension by myself, what I'm doing is I'm grabbing a post. It's very slippery, so I'm getting a grip there, and I'm pulling it tense. Not too hard, but hard enough to get the wrinkles out. Wiggling my way over to the post. Now I'll come over here and I'll grab the next post and do the same thing. All right, so at this point I have wiggled in my hip board. I've wiggled in my baseboard, but I'm gonna come back and do this again. This is the first thing I did, and it's also gonna be the last thing I do. Just to get this out of there. Now I'm gonna put some tension in here, and I'm actually gonna wiggle my way up here as far as I can reach. And I'll probably do that on the back side too, on this side. And that way I'm working the whole thing over there evenly. So here's a technique that's helping a bit with the tension. I'm getting this, pulling out the slack, and then I'm putting my knee on here. It's really making it pretty tense. And then I'll lead ahead with my hand, and that increases how straight this is and how tense it is this way. And then I'll wiggle my line in. I'll demonstrate here. I think you're on camera here. Pretty happy with that result. Got a nice spring to it. And it's also relatively smooth. Got some wrinkles here, but it's way better than it was. When it was before, it was more like that, which we still have to redo. First look at the greenhouse since naps. What? Wow, what is that? That's a greenhouse! Oh, bugs. Maybe they're guarding the greenhouse. What you doing? You're fishing? What are you holding? A fishing pole. What is it though? I'm not done yet, but just wanted to shoot this before the sun went all the way down. In my highest expectations, I imagine a perfectly straight, ripple-free surface. Just looking out. You know, I'm very happy with the result we're getting here, especially doing it mostly by myself. So it can be done by yourself. Now I'm very happy to have had my dad's help. That was huge. But you know, doing the rest of this, don't let not having enough help ever stop you. Okay. Well, that's about all we're gonna have time for tonight. The hoops are done. The sides are all done. I just gotta do the front and the back. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.